morning and namaste to my yoga friends out there. Thank you for joining me today for a little gentle stretch and breathe yoga. If you're new to this group, you are certainly welcome to join us. All you need is a yoga mat, and honestly, you don't even need that. You can do some of these things in a chair or a sofa or wherever. Good morning, Ellis. Thank you for this little heart and the love. Thank you very much for joining us. As I was saying, if you're new to the group, you're certainly welcome to join us. Just remember to listen to your own inner wisdom and don't overdo anything. Don't try to be extreme in any movements. So I always tell people, listen to the body with love and say yes. So if you're doing something and it feels a little bit awkward or painful or sensitive or triggers you in some way, you don't have to do what I tell you to do. I'm just one lady talking to a lot of people that I can't even see. So you have to do a little intervention between what I say and what you accept into your yoga practice. Having said that, I try and keep it super gentle, but you are your best teacher, and listen to that inner teacher, that inner yoga teacher. My music is a little on the loud side. I think that didn't help. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, so we'll start today with just putting the hands on the knees and allowing the back to round and the head to drop forward. Breathing out, exhale. And then pull against your knees and lift the face and arch the back, squeeze those shoulders back, and inhale. Just repeat. We call this going for a camel ride. Just imagine you're in the middle of a desert, riding a camel, slow motion, breathing in and out. And take a moment to close the eyes and center your attention on your breath, on your awareness of your body. Remember to accept yourself as you are, without judgment, without critique. Be glad that you're doing your yoga. Give yourself a little congratulations for being here and feeling like, you're taking care of yourself. Yoga is all about you connecting with you. And I'm just a little suggestion now and then of what you can do. Hey, thank you, Audrey and Craig, for joining us. I see Kathy is with us as well. Namaste, you guys. I'm so happy you're here. All right, let's take a moment to lengthen the neck. Let your shoulders sink away from your ears. Let the chest pull away and lift your chin, lengthening the neck. Lift up. Breathing in. And out. Keep lengthening through the neck. Let the shoulders pull away from the ears. Pull the chest away. Lift the top of the head, the forehead, and the chin up. Breathe in. All right, let's see if we can move the shoulders all the way up as high as possible and scrunch, shortening your neck. Scrunch it up. Breathe in. And out. Scrunch it up more. All right, drop it down. Lengthen the neck again. Lengthen, lift the chin. And squeeze it up and down. Scrunch up, pull down, lift the chin. 2 more. Beautiful. Relax your shoulders. Just look left and right. Let your neck feel its full range of motion without pushing against any edges that you feel. If anything feels like my neck is stiff and I don't want to do that, just work with what you have and breathe. Let your breath lead the movement. Again, I feel like the music is too loud. Coming back, facing forward, blink your eyes, blink them a lot. And let's circle the eyes all the way around, a big circle, and really look at what you see at the edge of your vision. Breathe in at the top of your circle. Breathe out at the bottom of your circle. Slow it down. Breathe. Beautiful. Circle the other way. Take your time. start to feel a little dizzy, you can just stop and blink your eyes again. Come back to the center. Beautiful. All right, take your right hand to your left knee and the left hand to the ground behind your left hip. You can look down this time. Look down at your yoga mat next to your hip and pull a little bit to turn the body around. And when you're ready, just release and face forward again. One hand to each knee. Let's round the back. Camel Ride. Arch the back. Round and arch. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times. Coming back to straight. Let's take the left hand to the right knee, right hand to the ground behind your right hip. Look down at the yoga mat and just turn around, face behind you a little bit. Nice gentle twist through the spine. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, face forward and arch and sway. Beautiful. Let's stretch those legs out. Give them a bit of a jiggle. Let them flip and flop in and out. Both to the left, both to the right, left, right. Put your hands on your thighs and push a little bit so that they actually are moving all the way from the feet to the hips. Wonderful. Open the legs just a little wider now. And put your hands in between and walk your hands forward. Let the knees be soft, let the feet flop outward and reach forward. Round your back and drop your head. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. You can really relax with every exhalation, coming deeper into your forward fold. Just allow yourself to sort of collapse forward. Relax your neck, let your head drop. Keep breathing. If you feel the urge to walk your hands even farther, go ahead and do that. Everything is soft here, soft and balanced and relaxed. When you're ready, walk your hands against the floor, pushing the body back up and bring the feet together. Pull the flesh away from your sitting bones so you can connect your weight of your body down into the earth a little bit and feel, really snug on those hip bones on the ground. Flex the ankles. Reach the chest up. Reach the hands from your shoulders. Push it up. Breathe in. Reach as high as you can. If you've got restrictions in your shoulders and this doesn't work for you, just take it as far as you can. Wherever your edge is, that's beautiful. Push up and breathe in. Exhale, bring it back down. Hands to the top of the thighs, relax your feet, relax your legs, slide your hands down towards your ankles or your toes, round your back, drop your head. Let's come back up. All right, let's take the right leg and bend it up. And I'm going to ask you to do something a little different here. Bring that leg so that the foot comes out and bend the knee back. Then take a moment to pull your calf muscle away from your thigh so you can bring that foot in a little closer. And we're going to do a vibrant stretch forward. We're going to try and keep this leg straight with a little tension in the knee and thigh and the ankle flexed a little bit. Reach your hands beyond your foot. Look down at your knees so your neck is straight. Reach, reach, reach. Keep reaching. And hands to the floor. Push yourself up. Straighten out that leg. Let's do another forward reach. And then come on up. Let's try the other side. Bend that knee and bring the ankle back on the outside by your hip. Take a moment to pull the calf muscle away so that your calf muscle's not blocking what's happening at the knee, and then bring the ankle in just a little closer if you can and if you want to. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay. You can always support yourself with a pillow under the hip. or pillow under the knee. All right, we're going to reach beyond this leg. Tighten up the muscles of the thigh and knee a little bit. Flex the ankle. We're going to reach. Keep reaching. Look down at your leg. Reach with the top of the head and the fingertips reaching forward. Keep breathing. Hands to the floor. Push yourself up and bring that leg out in front again. Reach forward. Pull it back and let your elbows squeeze back. Your chest come forward. Lift your chin. Breathe in. Exhale. Reach forward. Drop your head. Pull it back. Breathe in. Exhale. Round your back. Reach forward. Pull it back. Elbows go back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the chin. Breathe in. 2 more times just like that. Awesome. Wonderful. I got a message here. Good morning, Annie. Thank you. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Wow. Namaste. Wonderful. Thank you, Annie, for sharing that with the group. All right, take yourself into a cross-legged position again. And let's take the hands to prayer pose and just think for a moment, what brings me to my yoga mat today? And let's celebrate Annie with our prayerful, open hearts, gratitude for each and every day that we are above ground. Yes. Celebrate. Push those hands up. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring it back down. Push it up. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring it back down to your heart. This time push it up, and just the right hand comes down on the outside. And let's tilt over a little bit. Stretch through the side body. Feel it in your rib cage area on the side. Feel it in your armpit, your elbow, your wrist, palm of the hand. Spread your fingers wide. Push against the floor, and let's cartwheel the arms around and go the other way. Make it slow. Stretch and breathe. Up we come. Let's tilt over again. And up. Over we go. And up. One more time, both sides. Beautiful. Swing those hands and just touch behind your shoulders. Crisscross, one hand on top each time. Right on top, left on top. Right on top. And are you bringing your arms way back when you swing them back behind the body? Maybe even your hands touch back there. That's possible, but it's not required. All right. Push it forward. Let it all go. Let's get ready to slide down onto our back sides. Bending the knees, keeping the knees up. We'll put the heels close to the hips. Right. Take a minute to just make sure you feel balanced on the floor, your shoulders and your hips equally weighted, and relax everything. You can walk your feet a little bit wider and just let your knees lean against each other for a moment and just relax on the floor. Try to let your mind focus on your breath, nothing on your to-do list, nothing on your worry list. Let it all go for now. Focus on yourself, your true self. All right, walk your feet back in so that they're in line with your hips and drop both knees to the left. If this feels uncomfortable, you can walk or drag your toes away from your hips a little bit. If this is difficult for your hips or your knees, just find your perfect position here so you can really relax. Bring your awareness to your lower back and hips. Ask them to let go. Let go. Release. Relax. Every time you exhale, relax a little more. Feeling heavier and heavier, softer and softer. Awesome. Bring those knees up and over to the other side. And again, just focus on your lower back and your hips. Ask them to let go. Release, relax. Keep your focus on your breath and messages from your body. Let's bring those knees up all the way to the chest now, and bring your hands to grab onto your knees and squeeze it in. And release. Squeeze it in and release. Squeeze in and release. Squeeze in and hold. Hold those knees in tight to your chest. Strong arms, strong hands. Pull the knees into the chest. Release in the hips. Awesome. Let your knees go a little bit wide. You can go as wide as you're comfortable with. You don't have to go very far. Stay here for a moment as you breathe. Awesome. Bring it back halfway, and then we'll start to rock, rocking left and right. And this is a nice massage for the lower back where we just had a little bit of a stretch. Now we get a little bit of a compression of the body's weight against the lower back, mid-back, and maybe even the shoulder blades area, getting a little massage here. When you come back to the center, we're going to stretch the arms and legs up and circle the wrists, circle the ankles, and you can do it any way you want. You can do them in unison or independent of each other. Change direction now and then whenever you feel like it. Keep breathing. Let's flex the ankles and the wrists. Imagine you've got something heavy on your feet and on your hands, something heavy like concrete blocks. We're going to drop it down to the floor and push it up. Don't drop the blocks off of your hands and feet. Imagine you've got to keep your hands and feet flat to the ceiling. Push it up. Let's go 10 more times. Down, push it up, 10. Down, up, 9. Down and up, 8. Push it down, push it up, 7. 6. 5. Keep that flex strong in the ankles and wrists. 4. 3. 2. Beautiful. 1. Allow your fingers and toes to wiggle here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Imagine you're playing the piano with your fingers and your toes. Beautiful. Circle again. Circle the ankles, circle the wrists. Flex and point a few times. And bring it on down. Let's turn to the side. Roll over onto one side. You can put your head on your arm, like a little natural pillow there, your bicep. Or you can put an actual pillow there if you've got one handy and you need it. Your knees should be bent and stacked. And this is the fetal position or close to it, or side resting pose. Allow yourself to really be heavy here. Let's put the hand in front of the chest for just a little support and bring the knee up. We're going to circle the knee all the way around. Again, as big as you're comfortable with. If it doesn't work for you, keep your circle small, or just stay resting in your side pose. Imagine that's very comfortable for everybody. And change direction whenever you feel like it. We're circling the knee. Big circle. Big circle, big breath. See if you can kick the legs straight up towards the ceiling and imagine your heel is pointing up and your toes are pointing down at the floor. Stretch it up. And come on down, take a rest. Let's bring this knee to the floor in front of the other knee. And then reach this hand back and try and touch the floor back there. You can roll off your shoulder a little bit Put your head on the floor and open your chest towards the ceiling. Maybe look to the opposite direction of your leg. That's optional. You can look straight up at the ceiling. You can look in the same direction as your knee is pointing, your leg is pointing, or you can look against the grain. That's a really strong spinal twist in the upper back if you look in the opposite direction. And you may not be quite ready for that yet. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Relax, let go. Don't anticipate the next move. Stay here, be with your breath. Roll onto our backs again. Stretch the arms and legs up. Bend the knees down. Push it up. And down. Push it up. Gently down, gently up. One more time. Okay, we're going to roll on to the other side. I'm going to turn around so I can keep my eye on. I don't know if the camera sees me. I want to make sure you see me. Yes, that's important, right? That's the whole point of being on the camera. All right, so relaxing, knees bent and stacked, head resting on your arm or a pillow. And just take a moment here, release everything down to the floor and let yourself be supported 100% by the floor. And relax. And then we put the hand in front of the chest just for a little support as we lift the knee, bringing it into a big circle, breathing in and out. Asking that hip to release. As you breathe, maybe you can even imagine that the air you breathe in is going straight to that hip and serves as a lubricant for that ball and socket joint. Changing direction whenever you feel like it. Let's see if we can stretch the legs straight up. Asking the heel to reach for the ceiling and the toes point down towards the floor. Hold it there for a moment and breathe. All right, come on down, take a rest. Beautiful, bring that knee to the floor just above the other knee. And reach this hand back, find the floor back there, and roll onto your back. Open your chest to the ceiling, and then decide if you want your head to look to the right, to the left, or straight up. Anything is good, whatever suits you. Relax, try to relax, try to let go of everything that's holding in the body and in the mind. We'll roll onto our back and find yourself completely flat on the floor, legs stretched out a little bit from each other, arms out like a five-pointed star. And I'm up against my furniture here. Stretching out, relax, feel heavy on the floor, and let's focus on the breath. Let's do the three-part yogic breath here, breathing in, expanding the chest and the ribs. Then the diaphragm, big. Then the belly, big. And then let it all go. Chest, diaphragm, belly. Exhale. 3 more times. Continue to be relaxed on the floor, balanced and stretched out large as possible, and let your breath just return to a natural rhythm and observe how you feel. Relax. Awesome. Let's bring the knees up again. Put those feet close to the hips. Bring your hands alongside your hips, fingers pointing towards your heels, and we'll lift the hips up off the ground, up onto your shoulders and heels. Shoulders and feet. Drop it down, but as you drop it down, try to roll the back onto the floor, 1 vertebrae at a time, starting in the upper back, middle back, lower back, and hips. Bring the knees to the chest, hands to the knees, squeeze it in, release. Squeeze it in, release. Squeeze it in, release. Last time. And come back to your bridge. Pick the hips up. Hold it up. Squeeze the buttocks. Bring it up a little higher. Push the feet into the floor. Roll up onto your shoulders a little more. Maybe your chest rises to meet your chin. That's awesome. And again, let's reach the hands straight up from the shoulders and roll the back down on the floor, 1 vertebrae at a time. Knees come to the chest. This time we're going to put the hands on the knees and open and close. Open. Don't go too far. Close. Be gentle with yourself. Everything should feel good. All right, one more time. Let's bring the feet to the floor, hands to the hips area, push the hips up. Squeeze the buttocks, lift them up a little higher. And down we come. Reach the hands straight up from the shoulders and roll the back down on the floor. Knees come up, hands to knees. Actually, let's cross the left knee over the right. Grab the opposite knees and just hold it into the chest. Maybe a little squeeze and release thing going on. Take it easy. And then crisscross the knees the other way. Grab opposite knees and pull it in gently. Squeeze in and release. A little rocking motion. Uncross the legs and put your hands right behind your knees. Close your knees and rock from tailbone to shoulders, rounding the back like a rocking chair. Rock back and forth a few more times. And see if you can come up to both poses. Now we're just going to try and balance on our hips, bringing the feet off the ground and reaching the hands towards the feet. If you want, you can try the alternate toe touch. Let's do that 10 times. If you just want to hold boat pose or take a rest here, that's fine. I think we're on 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, yikes, 2, and 1. We haven't done that for a while. Hold your boat pose. If you want to challenge, straighten the legs, and then come back to seated. Take a moment to just feel balanced in your seated position, hands resting on your knees. Straight back, beautiful straight back. Arch a little bit in the shoulder blades, pushing the chest forward, the sternum forward. And imagine that your heart is actually physically lifting just a little higher in your chest. Close the eyes and focus on your breath. This is a wonderful time if you have somebody that you're sending encouragement, healing energy, loving support, anybody that you are holding close to your heart right now. This is a wonderful time. Focus on their beautiful, smiling face. See their face in your mind's eye, the shining eyes, and notice how it makes you feel when you see that smile and that light in their eyes, and know that they love you and know that you love them. With all the worries in the world today, and they are many, let us take a moment to pray for peace, peace inside and out, inside your own heart, and shining out to others. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. One of my favorite songs. It's the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, I do believe. Beautiful. Bring your hands to prayer pose and just take a moment to hold that person and that thought of peace in your heart. So interlock your fingers and squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Feel the energy in your fingers and hands and your wrists. Forearms up towards the shoulders. Squeeze and release. Let's move it in a circle as we breathe in and out, away from the chest and up and away. And release. Keep squeezing and releasing. Change direction. Go the other way around your circle. Keep breathing. And we're going to invert the hands and push forward, round the back, and drop the head. Push the hands way forward. Keep breathing. Feel your shoulder blades shift back there, creating a little extra space between them right along the spine. And then we're going to lift the hands just like that. Straight arms. Lift it straight up overhead. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring the hands to the back. I believe it's raining outside. Oh, my signal stays. Elbows back. Look up through the top of your eyes and blink. And then we go up again. Breathe in. Round the back. Reach the hands way forward. Drop the head. And then come back to prayer pose with a straight back. Release your shoulders. Hands come back to rest on the knees. And let's put the fingertips together, finger and thumb tips in the chin mudra, which is a way of just bringing your focus to your extremities and letting that energy circle back into the body. Keeping the back straight, drop the head, let the chin come to the chest, lengthening the back of the neck, let the head be super heavy. Release your belly and let your head drop even more. And let's take the chin along the collarbone, left and right, ever so slowly stretching the back of the neck, all those places in the back of the neck that hold tension. This is your chance to breathe air into those muscle fibers and into those connective tissues and into the bones and nerves and blood vessels. Circulation equals healing. Keep everything moving. No stagnant waters here. Breathe. Coming back to the center, just let your head hang and let's round the back, slump the shoulders, drop the head even farther forward, relax everything, find balance in the body, relax. Nice, beautiful, thank you for that. Let's come up onto our knees in a mini mountain pose. Take a moment to center your knees right under your hips and let your arms just hang. Standing tall but on your knees, right? So mini mountain pose. Swing the arms, palm out, palm back, all the way around. And then sweep the arms up, overhead, reach up, breathe in, and come back down. Let's take the left leg and stretch it out to the side. Turn the toes so that they're pointing up. The heel is on the ground, toes pointing up. And then stretch your hand down towards your knee or your shin and reach over. Coming up, cartwheel the arms, bring one hand, let me just move the camera back a little bit, move myself back a little bit. Bring the hand to the ground and make a strong T, arms. If you feel like you can and you want to, you can lift that leg a little bit, let it hover above the floor. And then bring it down, and let's come back up. Arms up. Come to prayer pose. Bring your knee underneath, hold it. Drop the arms. Mountain pose, arms sweep up, breathe in. Exhale, bring it down. And again, up, breathe in. And bring it to straight out from the shoulders, capital T, and straighten out that other leg now. Heel on the floor, toes pointing up. Let's sweep the hand down towards the knee or the shin and find yourself stretching sideways. And then come back up and let's cartwheel the arms over, bring the other hand to the floor. One hand reaching straight up for the ceiling. If you want, you can hover the leg up a little bit. Hold it there, keep breathing. And when you're ready, drop it down and come back up, reach up. Find your prayer, pull it down to your heart, and bring your knee down. Sit down on your haunches. Let's roll the shoulders up and back. Roll the shoulders up and back. Really move a lot through the torso. You're changing the shape of the torso, letting it be really flexible through the upper back. 2 more times. And then we reverse it to go the other way. All right, we're going to bring the hands behind the tailbone and interlock the fingers back there. Squeeze the arms straight. Lift the chin. Squeeze your shoulder blades. If you cannot clasp your hands and straighten your arms, then just reach back. If you have a belt or a piece of fabric, you can also use that, but it's all not necessary. You can just reach back. Lift your chin. Squeeze your shoulder blades for all they're worth right at the base of your neck. At the top of your shoulder blades, yes. Bring that squeeze down a little bit and level out your face looking forward. Squeeze in the middle of your shoulder blades. Squeeze hard. And then let the squeeze slide down towards the base of your shoulder blades, and let's drop this head into a bowed position. And now we're going to just slide everything up. Slide the squeeze up to the base of the neck and lift the face. Breathe in. Slide it down, exhale. Reach up. And come down. Keep holding the arms like that and just bow forward, bringing your head down in front of your knees. Let the hands rise up. And then come back up and release. Swing the arms again. Okay, so guys, we are ready for our plank challenge time, which means we're going to try and do 60 seconds of a straight plank. And if you want to do any of the special moves that we've learned, you can do the heel lift, you can do the Spider-Man, which is the knee coming close to the elbow, one at a time on the outside, or you can even do touch shoulder, touch hip, or side plank. So I'll go through all of those, but if you're not quite ready for them, I suggest you just hold your plank, and you can even be in the low plank, which is down on your elbows instead of up on your hands like a push-up. So we're going to try to go 60 seconds and get all of that in. It's possible we may go a little long. If you are not ready for this, you don't have to do all of this with us. We've been practicing this for most of the summer, and even so, it's still a challenge for most of us as well. So don't feel bad if you can't keep up with this particular part of the exercise. All right, let's get ready to plank it up. Get your hands right under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Put your toes back there. You're up on your toes. And go. All right, we're going to lift the right heel up and bring it down. Left heel up, bring it down. Spider-Man right, Spider-Man left. Knee comes to elbow, knee comes to elbow. One more time, come back to straight plank. All right, now we touch the shoulder, touch the other shoulder. Touch the shoulder, and touch. Let's touch the hip, touch the hip, touch the hip. Touch the hip, touch the hip. Come back to straight plank. And if you want, you can turn your feet sideways and bring one arm up, side plank. Come on down. Try it the other way. Come on down. And hold your straight plank. Let's push it up into downward dog. Bring your feet a little closer to the hands. Make them a little wider and lift the hips. Drop the head. Downward dog. All right, walk your feet a little closer together. Bend one knee and bring that leg up. Touch the floor, lift it up. Touch the floor, lift it up. Three-legged dog, up and down, up and down. One more time, up and down. Change feet. Bend the knee, reach it up. Touch the floor, and up. Touch the floor, bring it up. Touch the floor, bring it up. Touch the floor, bring it up. Feet come down, knees come down. Now let's rest in pose of a child. Bring your hands back by your hips, by your heels, and bring your forehead to the floor in front of your knees. This is a pose of humility and acceptance, something we need a little more of sometimes in our lives. Pose of a child, relax. And then slowly rise up, and we'll be sitting on our heels again. And we're going to round the back, look down at the hips. Actually, let's put our hands on the floor in front of the knees. Look down at your hips, look up at the ceiling. Look down, look up, breathe in. Look down, exhale. Rounding and swaying. Scoot onto our hips and find ourselves in a straddle. Now this straddle can be super wide, like some people have a lot of flexibility in their hips. Others are pretty tight. It's very individual. Don't try to get your legs way out there. If they just don't want to go, you can have them just a little wider than your hips. Maybe twice as wide as your hips is a good straddle for a lot of people. All right, take a moment to put your hands right inside your knees and just push out, bringing a little rotation to the thigh bones and the hips. And see if you can't try and keep the legs in that rotated outward position. Then you may want to sit, pull the flesh away and sit up on your hip bones a little bit. We're going to flex the ankles, point the toes. I know my feet are not on the screen, but flex the ankles, point the toes, flex and point, and then just relax them. All right. Walk your hands from right in front of your hips to about a foot forward, maybe not even, maybe half a foot, 6 inches. And we'll just bend the elbows and push back. Bend the elbow and push back. Take your time, slow it down. Let your breath lead you into the forward fold, forward straddle fold. Breathe and release. Push back, inhale. Exhale, forward, release. Push back, inhale. Let's come down and stay down. keep breathing. Just hang out here for a second. And then push halfway back. We're going to look over the shoulder and the other. Twist around. Look over your shoulder. 2 more times. Are you breathing? And come straight up. Arms come out to the side. Reach it up. Breathe in. Turn the hands palm out. Push it down. Exhale. Palms up. Breathe in. Lift. Palms out. Push it down. Exhale. Arms float up and down. Let's bring one arm up and one arm down and twist over to the side. Come up, cartwheel the arms around, and over to the other side. Stretch and breathe, folks. That's what it's all about here. Yoga with Lisa SXM. We keep it gentle, keep it easy. Ready, come up, reach it up, breathe in, palms out, push it down, exhale, lift it up, breathe in, and out, and down, 2 more times. Find your prayer, pull it to your heart, sit tall, flex your ankles, shift your weight on your hips, move the body like a figure 8. Your prayer hands in a figure 8, letting those elbows move way out to the side. Breathe. And come back to the center. Hands to the floor. Forward fold. Push it back. Breathe in. Forward fold, exhale, come on down. Push it back. Breathe in. One more time. Down. And up. We're going to bend the knees and bring the feet into the butterfly sit right in front of the pelvis. Sole to sole, right here. Toes to toes, heel to heel. Push the feet against each other and let the knees sink down. If you need a pillow under the knees, you can do that. If you feel like it's too much for your groin area to have the knees freely unsupported out there, that's always an option. And we're going to grab a hold of those toes with both hands and try and pull against the toes as we arch the back up, lift the top of the head up, shoulders down and away from the ears. Knees sink. Look down at your feet and let's see if we can open them up like a book and read the book. The soles of your feet right there, open sky up. Close it, open, close it. Open, close it, and let's bring the knees up. Wrap your arms around your shins and tuck your head into your little cave there between your knees and your chest, and just relax for a moment with your thoughts. Rising up, we're going to see if we can bring the left leg, the heel, come back by the right hip, knee pointing forward. And then the right leg on top, knee pointing forward, so the feet are back by the opposite heels. The feet are back by the opposite hips. Take your hands and place them on the soles of your feet, fingers on toes. Feel that connection between your extremities, your hands and your feet. Often don't have a chance to open themselves up to each other. This is a good pose for circulating energies through the body. And we'll sit tall, lifting the top of the head up, let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Breathe. If you want, you can bend forward and bring your forehead or your chin close to your knee. And then rise up with a breath. Bring your hands behind your hips and swing the legs around in the opposite way. And let's see if we can get that same position going. You may find one way is easier than the other. That's normal because everybody has a favorite side. And through yoga, we try and find balance and straighten out those tendencies. But it's very normal. Don't worry about it. Hands resting on the soles of the feet. Take a moment to sit tall, close your eyes, and feel the energies of the body moving. Imagine the breath that you breathe in, coming in the nostrils, filling the sinuses behind the eyes, around the eyes, ears, jaw, into the throat, into the lungs, into the bloodstream. Exhale, leaves the same way out through the nostrils. And let's do a forward fold. If you feel like it, bring the forehead or the nose or the chin close to your knee. Slowly sitting tall. Let's take those legs out. And let's go into a reversed Sphinx pose. So we're going to be down on our elbows, and the knees are not that, the heels are not close to your hips, but the knees are still bent and up. Let yourself really collapse down in your upper back, heavy on your elbows, and gaze towards your hips or your knees. Let's bring one leg up, drop it to the floor, pick it up and down, breathe in and out, move your full range of motion, whatever your range of motion is. This works the leg, but it also works the hips, it also works the abs, and if you're really slumped down in your shoulders, then you're releasing tension in your upper back, which is where I hold my tension, and I'll bet you do too. Breathe in, lift. 2 more times. Up and down. Last time up. And bend that knee. Bring it back. Let's bring the other leg up. Drop it down to the floor. Lift it all the way up as high as you can. Down. Breathing in and out. Up and down goes the leg. Times. Down and up, down and up. Bend the knee, place it on the ground. Let's come up on our hands here, hands behind the hips, and make it a reverse table. Bring it up. Hold. And what do you do with your head? You can either have it looking towards your knees, or you can look up at the ceiling. Feel strong. Bring your hips up off the ground. As we come out of this, I'm going to ask you to bring your hips between your hands before your hips hit the ground. Bring your hips back between your hands, and let's reach forward. Forward fold, straight legs, ankles flexed up. Reach, reach, reach. Awesome. Let's come right back up to our reverse table. Hold it. Keep breathing. Feel strong in the arms, strong in the hands, strong in the feet, strong in the legs. Again, drop the hips back between the hands before the hips touch the ground, and reach forward. Awesome. Let's do seated spinal twist to end our class today, and pull that flesh away from the sitting bones. Flex the ankles, sit tall. Bend the right leg. cross it over the left knee. Stretch your left arm forward. Wrap it around your knee or grab onto your knee with your hand. Reach forward with your right hand, right arm, and watch it as it drifts out to the right and behind you. Drop it to the floor behind your right hip and look over your shoulder. Maybe make the chin mudra right here at your heart with your finger and thumb touching. And flex the ankle that's on your straight leg so your toes point up. Hold with a beautiful arched posture. Breathe deep. If you want a little more intense stretch, you just squeeze that knee into your chest a little more. And when you're ready, we'll lift the hand behind you, breathe in, bring it to shoulder level, and exhale, reach it forward. Both hands reach forward, uncross your legs. Pretend you've got a beach ball in your hands. Hold it right over your head, to your heart, out over your toes, up. And to the heart, out over the toes. Reach it up, breathe in. And relax. All right, let's do the other direction, twisting around the other way. Bend your left leg, cross it over the right knee. Grab it in your elbow or your hand in front of your chest. And then we reach forward with the left hand, fingers spread wide. Watch the fingers as they travel to the left, wide, going behind you. Drop it down, look over your left shoulder, flex your straight leg ankle, finger and thumb touch at your heart. And just be here now in your yoga pose, breathing, feeling, and listening to the body. Lift the hand behind you, breathe in. Bring it forward, both hands reach forward, exhale. Across the legs. Beach ball over your head, over your toes, bring it to your heart and up, breathe in, exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for yoga today. I hope it did your body some good. I hope it did your spirit and your soul and your sense of peace and contentment some good as well. Happy birthday to Annie. You're a beautiful spirit and we love you very much. Have a wonderful day. Cut the cake and celebrate. Woohoo! We love you so much. Namaste to each and every one of you from my heart to yours. See you on Thursday.